The Lakers, though, getting that win was huge for them. Like Austin Reaves going for 51. Deandre Ayton
huge
having
for them.
a great
It was huge
game.
for Austin Reaves.
Huge for Austin Reaves.
Because guess whose contract
I know.
is going to be written over this next week without Luka and LeBron there?
I know he's going to get a lot of touches over the next week or so with Luka out. What have you thought of the Lakers then so far? I mean, Luka had the great game in the first game. They looked a little unathletic in that opener. They looked a little weak defensively. Ayton did not play particularly well. Then he comes out in the second game, plays great, talking about Ayton here. And then in that game against Sacramento was phenomenal. So I think they're starting to build on something here with this group.
No, I think, look, the Lakers do not have a perfect roster. We know that. And I think LeBron being missing exacerbates some of that because he just gets you some easy buckets. He organizes everyone out on the floor. It's not a coincidence that some of the things that people are seeing with like, they can't do that, they can't do this. Yeah, they don't have who, are we calling him their second best player right now? One of their top two players out. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. But I have been a little higher on this Lakers team than I've seen sort of the national punditry be. I'm not picking them to win a title or even be in that top 2 or 3, but I think that they can win. I mean, Luka Doncic is legit, man, and he has been an MVP candidate for years, and that was before he dropped 25, 30 pounds. And seeing him for 2 nights, I asked him a little bit about his fitness and how that was actually affecting him now that he was in regular games. And he said, none of this is a surprise, but the stats back it up. He's getting back on defense more, which has, of course, been one of the criticisms of him. I asked JJ, I said, how are your conversations going with Luka about not arguing with the refs? He said, quote, ongoing, which I liked. But, there has been a long time theory that some of that arguing with the refs was a stalling technique about I'm tired and I don't want to run back on defense.
Well, then he's tired all the time.
Well,
okay, because he even early on, he's complaining about every single call.
I know. I mean, I took a photo of, I posted that JJ quote, and alongside it, I took a photo of Luka arguing with an official. But also the penetration. I mean, he's much more sort of comfortable and has the energy to go to the basket. So I just think, Luka is going to be a step up from what we've seen, and what we've seen has been tremendous. So I don't know. I mean, I think obviously the next week or maybe 2 without him and LeBron is going to be a real test for the Lakers. We're sitting here on Monday. I just saw a news flash go by that Marcus Smart is now out for this game. So, which was your comment was?
That's why it took this long for Marcus to get injured. Marcus, his body has failed him, I think, in part because of what he put through it for the first 8 or 9 years of his career. He's as physical as they get. You even see with the Lakers early on, he's standing in front of players, coming barreling down the lane. He's taking charges. He's being physical. He's, you're going to have Marcus Smart in out of the lineup.
Yeah, and so I think they have 7 active full-time players on the roster for tonight's game against Portland. That's a team that can defend. They'll have some two-way players in the mix as well. But I'm just, it's going to be very interesting to see how the Lakers sustain through these 2 weeks, because to your point, even in October, you're going to have some issues if you get behind in the standings. And it's going to be interesting to see what Austin Reaves does because, again, he rejected the extension offer that the Lakers gave him, should have. Everyone expected him to. But he's either going to get a really sizable offer from someone else, or the Lakers are going to have to decide that we're going to go with Luka and Austin as our 2 guys. And then what does that mean for LeBron? I mean, this is a huge question. LeBron's sitting out right now. And if Austin Reaves is, I don't think he's putting in 50 every night. But if he's dropping, 30-something a night, and you've got Luka, who's averaging 40-something a night, do you use up your cap space on LeBron James?
Yeah. And I love the chemistry between Luka and Austin Reaves. They seem to really like each other, seem to really enjoy playing together.
Everyone has good chemistry with Austin. He is beloved in that locker room.
I wondered coming into the season if their skill set would have been duplicative, if there was too much overlap between them. And I still think that remains to be seen once LeBron comes back in the lineup, because LeBron's going to handle some playmaking responsibilities as well. Austin's going to have to play off the ball more when their rotation is set. But so far, so good with Austin Reaves playing alongside Luka Doncic. I think that the key for the Lakers' success. And they need a lot to go right? They need Marcus Smart to play. They need Jake LaRavia to play well. But I'm still looking at Deandre Ayton and what he's able to give them consistently. He was very average in the opener, and sitting there on Friday at the pregame presser, hearing JJ Redick talking about Ayton needing to play with more force, more of an effort on both ends. It kind of put the spotlight on what Ayton has been over the last few years, kind of a empty calories sort of player. He puts up big numbers at the end in Phoenix, but nothing really happened there. Put up big numbers in Portland, nothing really happened there. But in the last couple of games, looking at Friday and Sunday, he was outstanding. And what I like most about Ayton is that even when he's not getting low post touches, and I could probably count on like one hand the number of low post touches that he got in those 2 games, maybe 2 hands. But like he's not getting the kind of consistent low post touches that he has either gotten in Phoenix or Portland or complained about not getting in Phoenix or Portland. He seems comfortable being the guy to get sort of those dribble drive handoffs in the paint, catching lobs from Luka. And you showed in these last couple of games, you can still average like 15 and 10 with those types of numbers. And look, I thought it was notable, in these first few games that even when he was struggling in the first quarter against Minnesota, JJ Redick kept him out there. Like he played him. Like he was going to keep playing him through some of these tough spots. He played the first quarter against Minnesota. No points, 1 rebound, did not look effective at all. Rallied over the final 3 quarters to put up some pretty good numbers. If he can be the guy that I saw play Friday and Sunday, they might have something in Los Angeles because they need that kind of two-way, paint center, lob catcher on offense, defensive rim protector on the other end. If he can be that guy, they might have something.
Yeah, no, I've talked to Ayton a lot over his career, and I think that, look, maturity is a real thing, right? These guys are 19 years old when they come in the league. We are asking a lot of them, especially when you're the number 1 pick. I think he's been through multiple situations now. So to your point, his willingness to do things that maybe he was more frustrated about early in his career, that's experience. That comes with time. That comes with understanding the way things work. And I also think in talking to him, since he's gotten here with the Lakers, he feels like JJ has confidence in him in a way that maybe toward the end of either of his stints in his previous stops, you can tell how the coaches feel about you. And to your point about the first quarter the other night, that JJ keeps him in there. And that JJ is so precise, too. He's got strengths and weaknesses as a coach like anybody else does. One of his strengths is sort of the precision X's and O's. This is the percentages of where this player is best. He's a heavy analytics guy. He knows where to put Ayton in places he is going to succeed, and it seems like he is already doing that. So I think, look, we don't know. We're, 3 games in? Is this really the fit that we've been expecting and hoping for Deandre Ayton since pre-draft? Maybe. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, and I especially like, again, that he's not griping about touches. That was a concern I had coming in. And look, just like with Austin Reaves, let's see how it plays out. Yeah. They haven't got the full roster yet. They're going to be a different team when LeBron James comes back. But if Ayton keeps this attitude and this type of production, that's going to be a huge impact for the Lakers.